Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Singaporeans, and residents of Jurong and Tanjong Pagar GRC. So good to see so big a crowd tonight. It's just been growing since our first rally. But this being the Jurong, I would like first to start. Maybe before that, I just am so happy with your response to what Sudev Singh has spoken. Will you vote him and his Jurong team into Parliament? How high a percentage? Okay, good. Let me introduce you one by one to the Jurong team. I will start with David Fu. He is the leader of the team. He got his PhD from an American university after graduating from NUS, and he has researched in research institutes in America and in Singapore A-Star, after which he joined MNC as a corporate man. And he continues to do community work, sitting on school advisory work. So you can't get a better person, 3-in-1 commodity here. We have another 3-in-1 too in Tan Peng An. He is a social entrepreneur, a community worker, and a colonel, army colonel who retired as a director of MINDEF. Another 3-in-1. Next, we have Wong Sun Hong. He is a chemical sales director. He started his own company after working in an US MNC at DuPont, huge MNC, after working in it for several years. And he has been active in student activities, political activities since his student days in the University of Western Ontario in Canada. And the fourth person is Wong Chi Wai. He's an IT consultant. He was pursuing his PhD studies in NTU until I asked him, hey, elections coming, why don't you sacrifice and come into politics, help me to build up a team? He said, why not? And he was so happy to give it up because I told him, you can get your PhD anytime, by elections only once in 5 years. Self-made man who worked for a few years after graduating from Singapore Polytechnic and then went to UK University after saving up. And he's now back NTU, master's degree, and looking for his PhD. And of course, the last but not least person is Sudev Singh. You have heard him. Ex-police officer. So we have a very well-diversified team of experienced people, experienced with corporate affairs, community work. So, and I must mention, managing a town council is not difficult for these people. And we have Tan Peng An, who has worked on town council, who has been a member of town council before. He was active in Fengshan. So do not worry about all this thing about town council. The problem of town council, there is actually no problem at all. Estates are well taken care of in the opposition constituencies. There is no complaint. Roads are clean, the lifts are working, water supply is there, electricity is there. The only problem now, they say, is accounting. But who caused this accounting problem? You remember AIM, a $2 company? Yeah, I wouldn't want to go into details. But Town Council was formed in the 1980s. You know, I was in government then. I know what they are after. They are setting booby traps everywhere, making it difficult for opposition to take over. But we know their tricks. After this incident, we know their accounting trick. When we take over, we will want to make sure that the accounts are scrutinized. And that if there is anything wrong, we will ask for accountability. and we will take action. Not like them, they say, oh, something wrong with this our junior account, but have they called in the CPIB? Have they charged them? So what's wrong? If we find something wrong with the town council accounts, we will not hesitate to take action against a wrongdoer. And we have in our team, a Tanjung Pagar team, a person who is an expert in risk management. He is our colleague, Chirag Desai. He has a master's degree in financial engineering from a top US university, Columbia University. And he has been working in international banks in New York, Tokyo, and Singapore for 12 years doing risk management. So he has done things to make sure that banks do not fall, do not go bankrupt, that risks are well managed. He will help us to set up proper risk management tools in the town councils that we manage when we get elected. So we look forward to it. We will protect your money in town councils with experts in financial engineering, risk management controls. So this is a fantastic team, very well diversified, experienced in corporate management and community work. At the last rally in Jurong last week, I asked whether Taman was a man of conviction or a man of convenience. Taman is the finance minister and leader of the PAP team for Jurong GRC. I say he got cold feet after his productivity target of 3% was only attained at 0.3%. So he was 90% short of his own target. 90%. You set target at 3, but you only achieve 0.3. What kind of performance indicator is this? This is a gross underachievement for someone who has been praised, doing a lot of work for IMF and all that, but for Singapore, such a small country, you are so off your productivity target. Halfway through the target, a decade, he lowered his productivity target from 3% to 2%. So is he not a man of convenience rather than a man of conviction? All these PAP trade, they look long term, but 4 or 5 years later, they started to get cold feet and change course. Like the casino to nowhere. They don't know where they are going. That's the example by Goh Chok Tong. So they are a casino that goes nowhere. And I think Mr. Lau Tia Kiang has called it a Titanic. Taman did not respond to my question of whether he was a man of convenience or a man of conviction. Instead, he talked about 2 other subjects, namely growth of median income and budget on social spending. First, median income. He said, median income for Singaporeans have grown by 18% over the last term, since 2011. And it exceeds inflation. But this is a wrong comparison. What about a lot of our money, especially the young, is spent trying to cope up? Lots of things have gone up by more than 18% in the last 4 years. And every day we meet up, we go to hawker center, increase from $2, $2.50 to $3, now $3.50, now $4. What's that? That's 100% increase. What is 18% increase in median income? Your house prices have shot up 300-400%. So it is a wrong comparison. Singaporeans are worse off despite the increase in median income. All of you know that. We all know that. $2 can only buy you a plain chai tau kueh, not the XO chai tau kueh that Chan Chun Sing talks about. And despite the increase of 18%, you have poor people, a lot of poor people. 30%. In 2004, when Lee Hsien Loong took over as Prime Minister, only 26% of Singaporeans are poor. But 10 years later, in 2014, that proportion has increased to 30%. So from 20% of Singaporeans to 30% of Singaporeans poor. Almost 1/3 of Singaporeans are poor. And poor is defined as lower than half of median income. Median income 1,008 and all that. So you are earning less. And how could you get on with life with less than half the median income in Singapore? So 30% of Singaporeans are poor. And not only that, the middle class has shrunk from 53% to 47%. So, you know, Taman also said that the people from the lowest 20% of income have moved up. Income has increased. But the more relevant comparison is how many people have become poor and how many people have become less middle class. That's the real comparison. And on these two scores, the PAP record is bad, it's dismal. Next, he talked about social spending. He said he has maxed out the budget, maxed out. He has spent the maximum on social welfare. This is in response to our $6 billion social safety net. He said, oh, there's no more money. You can recommend this, it's good. Oh, he won't say it's good, but he said, well, there's no more money in the budget for you. He is not telling you the whole truth. This social spending comes from returns, the half of the returns, long-term returns from investments of GIC, MAS, and Temasek. But this is not the whole truth about our returns. There is still the excess returns from the investment of our CPF funds. You know, GIC invested our CPF funds and they got 6% returns every year for the last 20 years. But they gave you only 2.5%. So where did the difference of 3.5% go to? They kept it. They kept it and boosted up their surpluses. Malaysia's EPF gave a dividend of 6.75% to its members. Right? 6.75%. I think they earn probably a little more, but they give most of it back, deducting cost of administration. But not this Singapore government. They earn 6%, but they give you 2.5%, and they pocketed 3.5%. And this 3.5% is equivalent to $8.75 billion in the year 2014 alone. 1 year alone, $8.75 billion. This is your money that they have kept and taken away from you. This is not PAP's money from so-called superior investment management, because getting 6% is quite common among pension funds. So it is not because they are so smart that they earn so much and they deserve the 3.5%. Nothing of that sort. They kept it and they boosted their surplus. That is why government surplus are so huge. There are hundreds of billions of dollars in government surpluses right now. You go to the balance sheet, you find consolidated fund of $254 billion last year. That surpluses come not only from returns. You know, CPF funds have been so long, so they have earned lots of surpluses, excess returns over the years. And in addition to that, there is land sales. So all these add up. All these add up to hundreds of billions of dollars of surpluses. And this is your money because land sales, you pay your HDB flats, and it's estimated that 60% of the price that you pay consists of land costs. So only 40% is development construction costs. But 60%, let's say a 3-room flat, 300,000, 180,000 consists of land. And you pay for it. And that goes to boosting up government surpluses. That is how they accumulate surpluses. From you, they squeeze from you. There is no such thing as public money or PAP money. It is taxpayers' money, your money. So Taman is not totally truthful when he suggested he has maxed out the social budget. It is very dangerous to have a finance minister who does not tell you the whole truth, the full information. Is it so difficult? Is it so wrong for us to demand to know how much reserves the country has, our own money? Don't we have a right to know how much we have? But Taman is not telling us. He is keeping the truth from us. Do you not think that this is a dangerous finance minister? You know, we have proposed a social safety net of $6 billion. In the past, if you want to, you recommend, you suggest anything to spend, they will tell you he is trying to bankrupt the country. Right? This time round, they have not accused us of trying to bankrupt the country. They have changed the line of attack. Chan Chun Sing say we are trying to bribe the people of Tanjong Pagar and Singaporeans with $300 a month for senior citizens and children. When I pointed out to him that this is not bribing, we are giving back to the people what belongs to them rightfully from the CPF money. This is not bribing. The people who are bribing the people who are bribing Singaporeans are the PAP themselves. In the name of SG50. So he has changed the attack from bribing, and now Taman changed the line of attack. He said, oh, we already maxed out the social budget. There's no more money left for any of you for any social need. That is nonsense. We have lots of money in the reserves, hundreds of billions of dollars of your money. Our social program consists of two parts, a safety net of $6 billion and a social investment program of $8 billion, totaling $14 billion. This plan is not cooked up overnight. It is prepared over several years. I have gone around the world talking to experts on welfare spending. I have gone to Finland, gone to Berlin. The European cities have gone to Oxford, where people discuss. I attended a seminar that has the largest gathering of professors on social welfare. And I learned from them. I even went to Harvard to learn from them. And this social program is the result of this trip. They are intended, they will not bankrupt the country. We have $16 billion returns every year. Our social program costs only $14 billion, $2 billion short. We still have extra $2 billion to spend on you. So our program will help poor and struggling middle-class Singaporeans who have been dislocated and has been displaced by the government's liberal policy on immigration. Foreign workers coming in to take away your jobs, to break up your families, and to take away your esteem. Our program will restore jobs to you and will restore your rightful place in your own country. Will you vote us in to restore our country? Will you vote SingFirst? Will you vote our two teams in Jurong and in Tanjong Pagar? Come 11 September, make sure you turn up in full force and vote your teams into Parliament. Vote SingFirst. Vote to restore our country. Take back our country from the PAP who has sold our country to foreigners and their cronies. Vote SingFirst.